to try again, as it is the third rendition of the European Qualifier. It is our last chance for any of these two teams in this third rendition. I just said last chance, and now I'm gonna explain that they have another chance. They will have another chance, however, at the fourth open qualifier for the European region. In case any of you guys are wondering about the schedule for the closed qualifier, you can find all that information over at ESL-1.com. But for now, it is Dust 2. Dust 2 chosen by Endpoint. And Endpoint are definitely the favorites on this map. They're currently undefeated in the last 3 months with 6 times played in officials. KOVA GG, definitely a contender. There's potential for a 2-0 here, but I do believe that we're going to see a third map. And if that happens, it is going to be terrain. But for now, as I said, it is Dust 2. And Endpoint trying to make a move up towards the A bomb side. Flashbang out. Completely blinded all 3, but Thomas still connects the shots. Twixie gets taken down. Bomb about to get planted, and finally... still not planted, actually. Crucial, and Thomas answering back. And now the bomb getting denied here as Ulub connects a couple of shots. Pizzola, he gets taken down. Thomas hitting some great shots indeed. Ulub pushing up. He hits some great shots. That's the triple for the round. Finds the kit, gets the information about it. Ulub with the final frag for the round. That's a quad kill. And that's KOVA picking up the pistol. Endpoint do manage to get the bomb down, which will give them a bit of extra money to work with as they move forward. And the question is, are they gonna go for the force buy in the second round? We see that, excuse me, every once in a while. It's not super often that we see it, but I think it might be the case this time around. Seems like it. Thomas was sitting on a good amount of money, so he's gonna drop that Krieg over to Robin. You have a double scout in play here for Surreal and Crucial. Robin with the Krieg. They pretty much line up for him. He finds the first, almost catches the second as well. So much damage dealt towards Piku. Good early start to the round for Endpoint. Endpoint now gonna be doubling back. I'll try and play it a bit more safe and slow down the tempo ever so slightly. More damage dealt towards the KOVA players. Endpoint, as you can see, lining up for the smokes. Good kill from Thomas. Robin as well. Durkips does catch one before he's finally taken down. Obviously, Peku still sitting in pit. With that AWP, he wanted to try and see if he can hold on to it for the next round instead. And I wonder... if this was one of the teams that asked me... I forgot. I had a couple of teams before these qualifiers started asking me about new smokes for the B bomb side of Dust 2. I shared a couple of the ones that I found. And the one on the treasure chest, or whatever you want to call it, the little chest thingy. I'm sure other people have found that as well. But that was one of the ones I came up with. But I'm not sure if it was Endpoint. I'm pretty forgetful, okay? Endpoint, a great force buy there, though. Definitely helped out in the start of that round by Robin going for that early peek out towards long position. Spraying down a couple of players, dealing so much damage. Mighty Max completely blinded, catches the frag on Durkips, almost getting the second here, but not quite. Instead, it is going to be Crucial connecting on Pitola. There is another player out towards the long position. It's Twixy. He needs to come up pretty big for this round as well. Lip helps out towards that long position. Throws down another smoke, picks up the Galil. Oh, tries to catch the angle. Deals a tiny amount of damage, but nothing major. Speaking of which, ESL 1 Rio is going to be the first major of the year. So if you haven't already, check up on the website and figure out what the dates are and mark it in your calendar. Oh, what? Peku, how do you hit that? Sure, he didn't kill him, but how do you even tag him? What a sick flick from Peku. This is a 3-on-2 favoring Endpoint. And again, it looks like KOVA just gonna fall back. It makes perfect sense. Can be very difficult to retake if you're a man down, so to speak. And especially if you got an AWP as well, and the other one is on an SMG. Makes it even worse. Makes better sense to just fall back and hold on to that AWP for the next. The second round on the board here for Endpoint. And I must admit, Dust 2 is like my least favorite match to commentate. I think it's so incredibly boring to watch. Obviously, with the new changes to the skybox over at B, that makes it a bit more interesting, because every small change adds for a tiny change in the meta on the map. But I haven't seen a whole lot of teams actually utilize it too well yet. So I don't know. Not my favorite map asset. Good nade. From Robin. Peku last man standing. And he is just gonna try and see if he can hold on to the AWP. Want to bring it into the next round, which is gonna be the gun round. The real should be able to take him down, and will do exactly that. Endpoint with the 3-1 lead. It was KOVA picking up the pistol, with Ulip getting a quad kill for that one. Endpoint, they decided to go for a quick force buy in the second round. That worked out great, as its last 3 have gone in their favor. Now finally KOVA will have enough money to buy up completely. I say completely. We do see a FAMAS in the hands of Pitola and no open play. I think one of the reasons why this is such a hated map by me, perhaps, there's just not a lot of possibilities on Dust 2. It's like the map is sort of cut in half, pretty much. The T's, they maintain half of the map control. The CTs maintain half of the map control. And that's how it goes until we see an execute eventually. On other maps, at least, we have a lot of contested areas throughout the entirety of it. It's more or less just 5-on-5 pushes on Dust 2. But enough about me and what I like about this map and what I dislike about it. Let's just focus on the players and their actual ability to get rounds on the board. It's looking better for Endpoint in terms of rounds on the board, but in this round it is definitely going in the favor of KOVA. As Durkips connects the final on the flank. And that is going to be KOVA. 4 players staying alive. Finally picking up their second round on the board. Endpoint obviously still with plenty of money to buy up again. Crucial once more on that AWP. We do have a double tree situation. 2 AK-47s. A nice peek up on short. Robin just tapping away. Finds the headshot on Peku. That's the AWP as well. Peku completely blinded off of that situation. Again, I just want to remind you guys that it is the second map of this best of 3 series. First map did go in the favor of KOVA. That means if KOVA takes the victory here on Dust 2, they're straight through to the close qualifier, which will be taking place in start of March, mid of March. I think it's like the 8th or something, but don't... I can figure it out real quick. If Endpoint takes the victory here on Dust 2, we are going to head into a third and final map, and that's going to be Train if that happens. Ulip and Pizzola, good defense over towards the B bomb site. Robin needs to be careful here. Nice repeat coming in from Durkips. Shuts him down eventually. It's all on Mighty Max and Crucial now. Nate Tolls has got to deal a bit of damage. Flashbang as well forces them back. Beautiful hold on the B bomb site, much like we saw on Vertigo as well. When it came to the B bomb side for KOVA, they seem to have pretty good control over it. And yeah, I just got confirmation that the close qualifier is going to be taking place for the European region on the 7th and 8th of March. I'll be covering the action there as well. Be covering that right here on this channel. I think on the 7th and 8th of March, I think I'm joined by one of my colleagues, but don't remember if it's on those dates. I actually thought it was this weekend, but haven't seen him. So it must be the close qualifier. Makes pretty good sense. I'll also be covering a lot of the CIS qualifier. I'll be live with that tomorrow from 4 PM CET. Close qualifier for the CIS region is going to be on the 5th and 6th of March. Good aggression here from Endpoint up on short. Thomas hits a gnarly shot with the Desert Eagle. Ulip takes a bit of damage. Goes very low, down to roughly 10. The bomb has actually been planted here for Endpoint. This is a real good opportunity for Endpoint. Ulip does eventually answer back, but look at the HP on Twixie and Ulip. This was a deagle buy for Endpoint, and it's looking real good. As Crucial shut down, Ulip finds the final frag as well. That's a double for him, a double for Thomas, 1 for Surreal. Mostly an eco victory here for Endpoint. Rough one for KOVA, that's for sure. As I said, rough one here for KOVA. Losing that round. Definitely gotta be a blow to the ego. Or not necessarily the ego, maybe just the morale. A single eco should be enough here for KOVA. As long as they eco this one, they should be able to buy up completely for the next, and that is what they're going for. As we can see, just USPs, a single P250 remains. Endpoints. Pretty much full control in this round. Twixy and Durkips. They're just gonna try and see if they can get a potential exit frag here. That's not gonna happen as Mighty Max just taps them both out. Clean headshots here for Mighty Max. And a clean round on the board for Endpoint. Sure, they throw away a bit of utility, but that's a very minimal reinvestment for them. So we can see they barely use any money to reinvest into this round because they didn't lose any players, and the amount of utility that they actually used in the round wasn't that much either. Now, KOVA will be able to buy up for this round, but it's not a clean buy. We do see Durkips and Pitola both on an SMG to get a bit of extra utility behind them. Pitola, he's gonna be playing up close towards the B bomb site. Bit of a slow start here this time around for Endpoint. Very slow start to the round indeed. Just a minute left on the clock, and Endpoint finally going to be setting up over at the short position. Fairly common spot on short to set up for a couple of smokes. It gives you a ton of different opportunities. Dropping down as Surreal does gives him the opportunity to push up towards the bomb side from a different angle. On this side, Azuli catches the first and actually dinks the second. But on an M4, a dink doesn't equal a kill. Mighty Max survives, and Endpoint should be able to pick up the round. That's a nice shot from Durkips. Mighty Max eventually does go down, but they more or less line up for Surreal. I actually thought that KOVA was going to fall back and hold on to the M4 and the SMG here, but they do decide to go for a bit of aggression instead. Twixy realizing the bomb has been ticking for quite a while. Realizing that he needs to get out of dodge. That's exactly what he'll do. At least try to. Twixy will be able to hold on to the M4. But again, it will be another round on the board here for Endpoint. That's their 6th. Already sitting in a pretty comfortable spot here, Endpoint. And as I mentioned, Endpoint are currently in official matches covered on HLTV. They're currently sitting at 100% win rate on Dust 2. It's in the last 3 months, over 6 times played. On the opposite side, KOVA, they've played it 4 times in the last 3 months in official matches. They've won 50%. To give you an idea of what kind of teams that Endpoint, formerly known as Phoenix, have played on this map. They've won against Nemiga, The Dice, LDLC, Skate, Brute, and 9. 9, they beat them yesterday in this open qualifier for the minor. Peku taking a lot of damage. It's another eco here for KOVA. And another good opportunity for Endpoint to find another round on the board. Uli taking a ton of damage. Hop on the A-bomb side. Eventually he does get taken down. Robin's having a way up towards the short position. He finds one. Thomas here with the second. Good nade toss from Twixy. Yeah, 1 kill in favor of KOVA. Obviously want a bit more than that. It wasn't gonna happen. That's gonna be the 7th now. 7-3. And again, Endpoint. This is their map pick, so it makes sense that they're comfortable on it. I gotta admit, I'm not entirely sure if it was wise for KOVA to actually let this one through in the veto. But then again, what else was they, like, what else were they gonna play? They don't really play Overpass, they don't really play Inferno. I think Overpass could have potentially been interesting. For the, just an insta ban on Dust 2, maybe? Honestly, maybe banning Dust 2 instead of banning Inferno would have been a good idea for KOVA. But it's obviously very easy for me to sit here and act wise with my hindsight. Frags here from Uli and Durkips. Oh, that's a nice reactional shot from Durkips. Good peek. He looks for more and he finds it. That's the triple for the round. Now it's all on Thomas. Missed opportunity for Peku. Still gonna be looking for it, and eventually he will find it. It's the battle of the AWPs in this round as KOVA, both of their AWPers hitting some good shots and a quad kill between them two. KOVA finally connecting their 4th round on the board. But obviously Endpoint still plenty of money to buy up. And even more than just enough money to buy up in this round. If you take a quick look on the right hand side of your screen, there's so much money that even if Endpoint lose this round pretty one-sided, they'll still have plenty to buy up for the next. Good amount of early damage by Crucial on Durkips, as Durkips were trying to make a move over towards the B bomb site. He got tagged through middle. Now Endpoint out from long, up towards the bomb site. Keiko getting caught in the middle of the bomb site. When there are that many smokes and there's a smoke that far out towards the long position, you should never be on top of the box there. Bit of a rough move in my opinion, bit of a rough decision. Like the boost here on shot though. Twixie does find the frag on Surreal, does take him down. Tap work through the car. Deals a bit of damage on Mighty Max, but not the most. Uli. The kill on Thomas. On the bomb side is Robin, and he finds the double. Durkips and Pitola up against Thomas. Excuse me, up against Robin and Crucial. Oh, is Durkips gonna get it? Yes, he will. That was way too close for comfort. But Pitola gets it as Durkips watches for the angle. Takes care of the final T player. What a brilliant retake there from KOVA. Very chaotic retake, I will add. But they managed to get the job done. The defuse was pretty late, but just in time to secure it. Good early frag from Surreal. Twixie gets taken down. Mighty Max almost getting caught mid-jump, but reacts just in time to take care of Ulet. After the first couple of frags going in the favor of Endpoint here, they are slowing down slightly. Still have a player up on the bomb side. And this time around, this peek is fine from Peku, because there's no smoke further out. He finds the double. He's still sitting on top of the box. This is the same position he died in the last time. But he needs to be somewhat careful. What a reactional shot coming through from Durkips. Robin taking damage from the flank. Kutola, last man standing. Durkips shuts him down as well. It's a 3-on-5 actually going in the favor of the least favored team. Map 1 of this series was incredibly close. That was on Vertigo. Not typically a map that's known to be super close. Mostly because it's fairly new. Not a lot of people play it still. It's getting played more and more, and I like that, personally. Dust 2 is one of those maps that's known to be incredibly close. I'm not sure if someone can fact check this for me, but I know that in the past, Dust 2 also held the record for the longest overtime. At least for the longest LAN overtime. I'm not sure if it still holds the longest overtime record, or if it's been beat since. Great spray down coming in from Pizzula, catching a triple here. We're up in Dust, answer back with a frag onto Uli. And again, actually a pretty good round here for Endpoint. They're mostly on a min-buy for this round. They've actually invested a bit more than they probably should have. Robin doing everything he can to get the bomb down, and that was very important. Without that bomb plant, would be kind of tough for Endpoint to buy up fully on every single player for this round. But with the bomb plant, it allows everyone to get a full buy. But as I said, I believe... Now, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and do my research in the middle of a broadcast, but I do believe that Dust 2 holds the record for the most overtimes, at least in LAN matches. I'm not too sure if it's still the NIP game or if that's been beat. That must have been beat, because that's like 2-3 years ago or something like that. So that must have been beat at this time. And where I'm going with this, I'm not entirely sure. All I'm trying to say is it's known to be a fairly close map and fairly balanced map. If you like to call that balanced, I'm not entirely sure. So it makes pretty good sense that this is going to be a tight one between the two teams. The question is how tight. Because it is a strong map for Endpoint, and KOVA, they don't really have any... Well, they have 4 times played in the last 3 months in official matches covered on HLTV. And out of those 4 times, they've won it 2, so half, 50%. Good angle here from Crucial. Needs to be careful. Oh, not the best spray down from Pizzula, but he does manage to get the job done. Twixy up close towards the cross. Thomas shuts him down. Pizzula trying to find an angle. Dancing around, trying to catch a glimpse of his opponents. Zola does find the first of the 2, but Thomas is there for the trade. An 8-7. Well, that was always going to be the result when it says 7-7 on the scoreboard. It is going to be Endpoint picking up the first half, though. 8 rounds on the T side, 7 for KOVA on CT. That's fairly common. Like, if any one of you guys have ever watched me cover Dust 2 before, cast Dust 2 before, you know that I typically say it's a 50-50 map, slightly favoring the T side, so like 8-7 is what I typically say, actually. Yeah, now the question is, KOVA picks up the pistol here on their T side. They're actually in a really comfortable spot. Thomas is like the pistol warrior on Endpoint, so it's up to him to try and stop that. Otherwise, I think this could be a rough one. KOVA, they've been pretty good on the pistol thus far. have information that we should be good to go in just a few moments. In the meantime, once again, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the follow button over on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/ESL_CSGO. To those of you guys who are watching on YouTube, I commend you. A big thumbs up from me. To those of you who are watching from Twitch, I'll encourage you to go and subscribe over on YouTube as well, because we do have VODs of previous games over on our YouTube channel. And obviously, if you want to check out any of the previous games, you can do that over there. Furthermore, make sure you hit up at ESLCS on Twitter. They'll be tweeting throughout the qualifiers with clips, cool clips, so all the clips that we think are awesome from the stream. Well, they think are awesome from the stream, probably the same as the rest of us. They're gonna be tweeting out over at ESLCS. If you ever miss anything, just head over there and check those out. We are gonna be heading into the second half. Endpoint now on the CT side, KOVA on the T side. KOVA setting up for what seems to be a mid-to-B hit. The reason why I say that is because the bomb is still up towards upper tunnels. That doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be the case. Typically they just want to try and test the waters, but as they don't see anything towards middle and as they don't see anything pushed towards long, they might as well try it, and that's what they'll do. Beautiful shot coming through from Durkips. Gets the second as well. Again, surgical headshots coming through from Durkips. Crucial on the rotation, quickly up towards the door. He's already lost 3 of his teammates. It's going to be on Crucial and Surreal to try and clutch out this pistol. It's obviously not going to be an easy task for them. Uli right behind them. Oh, quick reaction from Uli. Actually gets the dink on Crucial. And the final 2 are gonna fall, as well as Peko and Uli to shut them down. A clean pistol round for KOVA. That's Crucial and Surreal. I know some of you guys in chat will ask, like, why are they saving? Why are they saving their pistols? It's not so much the pistols, it's more the Kevlar. Holding on to the Kevlar going into a round like this, where they can decide to either go for a full eco or for the full spy. Holding on to the Kevlar would be pretty substantial. Wasn't gonna happen though. Surreal, he takes a bit of damage. Good peek up on short. Real boosted in CT. They might be looking at another mid to B hit, or just a straight up B hit, it seems like. If Twixie didn't have the bomb in that situation, they could have gone for a mid to B, but obviously you don't want to throw the bomb out in middle alone. You want him to be followed by a couple of players, and you never really want the bomb to go for the mid portion jump for mid to B hits. Pitola, full jump. Hits a lucky shot, a lucky headshot on his opponent over behind the box on the plateau. Obviously, if he didn't get the kill, one of his teammates definitely would have. This means that Thomas and Crucial, they're pretty much forced to fall back. And again, see if they can get an exit frag. Now, this time around, there's not a big reason for them to hold on to their pistols. I'll give you that much. One of the reasons is they want a bit of a chance to talk things through, what they want to do in the next round. Another reason is they don't want to give the money away to their opponents. If those kills goes in the favor of Pitola, that's going to be a decent amount of money considering he's on the SMG. If it goes on any of the other players, it's not going to be that big of a deal. But they just don't want to give the chance, and they just want to take a couple of moments to talk about this round, because this is the important one. And as I said, KOVA picking up the pistol definitely helps them out as they move forward in this one. But this early buy from Endpoint could potentially put a halt to that. The silver lining here for KOVA is they decided to go for 3 rifles rather than like more SMGs. They actually have a pretty comfortable, more or less a full buy in this round still. Even though they didn't lose anyone in the previous. They have a lot of money behind them. So even if they were to lose a round like this, still got plenty to buy up for the next. They are going to be setting up for a mid to be Dirkins again. So good on his crosshair placement. Like I'm sitting here with a massive smile on my face. Dirkip's aim is crazy good. And that's one of the things I mentioned on Vertigo. We didn't really see Dirkip's pop off at all on Vertigo. Sure, he got some kills here and there, and sure, he definitely like chimed in and helped out for the game. That's for certain. But he was actually at the bottom of the scoreboard on Vertigo. He was in a -7 score, meaning that he had 7 more deaths than kills on Vertigo. That's not something you see too often from Dirkins. Normally he's like right up there at the top of the scoreboard with a fairly high headshot percentage. But I do believe that he's going to be popping off a bit more here on Dust 2. And if we manage to get that 3rd map that I've been talking about for quite some time already, if we get to see that train pick as well, then I definitely believe he's going to be popping off on that one. Molly out from Surreal, fully blinded though. Does still a good amount of damage. Dirkets once again a beautiful headshot on to Crucial. Bit of a mix buy here for Endpoint as they held on to some money from the previous round, but 2 players who didn't hold on to money, they're not actually forcing up, they're just holding on to the bit of money that they did have to make sure they can buy up completely for the next. Pegu with a double. Every single player chiming in except for Twixy. And that's going to be the 11th round on the board for KOVA. 11-8. I'm sorry about that. I didn't remember saying anything to it. That's weird. I unplugged it now. Oh my god. I'm blushing. I've never had that happen before. Either way. Back to the action if I can control myself. As I said, Endpoint will have enough to buy out completely for this one. They got the AWP, they got the 4 M4s. Bit better firepower considering they're on AKs and they have 1-shot potential. 8-11. Sure to be 12 for now as the rest of Endpoint, they're falling back. Trying to hold on to their weapons for the next round again. And indeed, it will be a 12th round on the board here for KOVA. And once more, KOVA, they took the victory on that first map. First map, Vertigo, going in KOVA's favor. Now on Endpoint's map pick, which is a strong map, at least on paper for Endpoint. It's looking real good for KOVA right now. Endpoint holding on to a bit of their money once again. That means that they can buy up on the entire team or the rest of the team once again. Mighty Max, good positioning here. It's actually Robin who catches the burst from CT. Mighty Max, he's the only defender over towards the B bomb site, but he does a pretty good job at it. He found one, he gets the second, he now connects on the third. And it's going to be all on Pitola. Pitola left alone in a 1-on-5 situation. He needs the ace to clutch this one out. Surreal with the final frag for the round. Endpoint picks up their 9th. KOVA not too happy about this one. They've decided to go for a tactical timeout. Try and figure out exactly what went wrong in that round, because everything went wrong in that round. Didn't really catch much at all. They got 1 kill. That's all they get. And they looked a little bit disjointed for the round. Maybe a little bit overconfident over the fact that they've managed to get a couple of rounds on the board in a row, and this T side is looking pretty good for them. Obviously, still tons of money for KOVA. Buying up is no issue whatsoever. Saw someone in the chat asking whether or not the other team for the final has been decided. There is no final. There are only semifinals here for the open qualifier, because we do have 2 slots available for the closed qualifier. That means that we don't need them to play a final. Both teams who goes to a theoretical final will be actually going to the closed qualifier instead. And the other semifinal will be played shortly after this one. I don't think we found the teams for that one yet. I'll check that out in a moment here. Durkips does get a frag. Quick trade coming. Pitola traded out as well, but Durkips, he's not done yet. That's his second. He is definitely going to be looking for more. The bomb gets thrown over. Has to go for it. Surreal, he should be playing this one safe until his teammate gets in good position. Surreal peeks out a bit. Not too far. Crucial. He'll be playing from upper tunnels now. That's a great shot from Durkips. As I said, he had the double. He was looking for a little bit more, and he does find it. Eventually, he gets taken down by Crucial. Peku playing safe behind Xbox on the B bomb side, but Crucial shuts him down. And with a kit, he's got plenty of time to secure the round. Double digits now for Endpoint. They get their 10th. And again, a round that probably should have looked a little bit better for KOVA. It was mostly on Durkips for this one, and it probably shouldn't have been. A lot of the players on KOVA went down without even spotting an opponent, without really using much of their utility either. Pretty good round there for Endpoint. Especially Crucial, who clutched out the 1-on-2 situation towards the end of it. I'll try and keep you guys updated on the other games going on. Lyngby Vikings versus Apex. Apex are currently in the lead, 15-11. Ego versus Pompa. Pompa currently in the lead, 9-6. Those two teams, those two matches, the winner of either, the winner of both of those matches will be going through to another semifinal. That's going to be the next game that we cover on this channel. As I said, it will be roughly right after this one. Obviously, if this one goes to a third map, well, then we're gonna have that game started on another channel by another caster, and then we'll jump into it as soon as this one is over. Robin catches the first on Durkips. Important kill. Twixie does find the trade, but he's traded out himself as Thomas goes for the aggression. Thomas with the double now. Peku with the double of his own. Good stuff from Peku. I'll try and see if he can get the bomb down to allow them for a bit more money to work with. Flash out through the window. Peku in a 1-on-2. He needs the quad kill to clutch this one out. Sitting on the back of Plateau. Mighty Max pushes through. Peku misses his opportunity. Mighty Max, he's got to capitalize on that and shut him down. That's going to be the 11th round on the board now for Endpoint. Endpoint slowly but surely bringing themselves back into the game. But again, there's still plenty of money to buy up completely here for KOVA, because they had a good amount of very clean rounds to start off with here on the second half. Again, very close matchup on Dust 2, much like we saw on Vertigo, the first map of the series. 12-11 currently. Itola, yet to buy. There we go. Obviously another tactical timeout called by KOVA there. Still plenty of money to buy into this round for KOVA, but the money is definitely dwindling. We can see that Peku and Durkips don't have much money left after buying into this round. But now we gotta be thinking about the loss bonus. Actually, KOVA should be able to buy up for the next round, even if they lose this one, because there's so much money on Pitola. Uli. Good flashbang. Should have had his AK out and gone for the peek. That's a nice peek over towards the B-bomb site. KOVA deciding to do what they've done in the last couple of rounds. It hasn't really worked out for them. They've tried for this B hit so many times in a row, and they've been unsuccessful. They decide to keep grind it out. And we see the result of that right here. So the thing that happens on Endpoint is sitting there thinking to themselves, okay, come on. They've gone B 3 times in a row and they've lost all those 3 rounds. They're not going to go for it again. They're definitely just going to hit A this time around. So Endpoint throws one of the B players out towards middle or closer towards the A bomb site. And KOVA just continues. I think that early flash up on short definitely helped them out in this round. Because with that early flash up on short, again, it indicates that they want to go towards the A bomb site, so we're not going to see any rotation from Endpoint back towards the B bomb site. Good call from KOVA. KOVA just grinding out the rounds. (13-11). KOVA now. Nice peek from Peku. Good little attack. Robin. He takes care of Pitola. In the meantime, ooh, I like this from KOVA. 2 players just rushing up short. They know there's a couple of players out towards the long position, so they want to get up close towards the short position as quickly as possible. Peku posted up with the AWP, finding the angle, takes care of Crucial. Gonna be pushing up closer towards the bomb site for the plant for short. Twixie tapping away, finally connects the shot. Surreal gets taken down. Back to roughly equal grounds here, as some of the players have taken damage. Robin. Close, but no cigar. 2 players in CT, 1 out towards long. Durkips. Beautiful peek, finds the first, gets the second. 3 players surviving. KOVA 2 rounds away from shutting this one down in a 2-0 fashion. Definitely not what I expected going into this one. I believe that Endpoint were 2-1 favorites going into this one initially. Or roughly, something like that. 1.5 to 1 or 2-1, something like that. And on this map, Endpoint were definitely the big favorites. For KOVA, what can I say? They're playing good Counter-Strike. Tag on Uli, but it's Uli and Durkips finding the opening frags, and Durkips, he's not done yet. Dirkips is just pugging now. He's playing FPL. Sure, the rest of these players, the rest of the teams, they're playing a minor qualifier. Dirkips, he's playing FPL. Dirkips with the triple for the round, looking for the quad now. Flashbang out towards the long position. That allows for Twixy to go for the peak. Takes care of crucial. 15 to 11. One more in the favor of KOVA, and they'll take the victory. And again, it is single elimination. I see someone asking about that in the chat. It is single elimination, just as all of these open qualifiers are. I wouldn't want to be responsible for a double elimination open qualifier. That would take close to a week, I think, with this many people. Yeah, one more round in the favor of KOVA, and they'll take that 2-0 victory. Not the greatest buy for Endpoint, but it's all they can afford. Kips, can you calm down already? For a second there, I thought it was Twixy who got a little bit lucky, but it's Kips again, just hitting headshots. Left, right, and center. Uli, he catches one. What are they supposed to do here, Endpoint? I don't think there's anything left for them to do. This is all on Mighty Max and Robin. I'll try and see if they can get anything done. Anything at all. Unless they're making a move up on short. We already got one player on the flank. That's going to be Pitola. To try and find the frags and shut them down. And they actually push in towards him. But they find the kill themselves. So Robin to take care of Pitola. But the bomb has been ticking for quite some time. And there you have it. Robin falls. And that is going to be the end of it. KOVA takes the victory in 2 maps. I definitely suspected that we were going to see a nice 3-mapper in this one.